Hello, TankSlayer710 here, and today I'm going to talk about the other mobile games that compete with World of Tanks Blitz. On this list I will be listing 6 games: Battle Supremacy, Infinite Tanks, Iron Force, Armada Modern Tanks, Armored Aces, and War Machines 3D. I will also rate them by how competitive they are with World of Tanks Blitz. In the number 6 position, there is War Machines 3D. This game is just the basics of a tank shooter with some historical tanks and some nice models, but the tier basis of the tank meters makes no sense at all. I mean, really? An FT with an M60 Patton? Or a Haga with a Leopard 1? The tank can be equipped with camo that for some reason changes the armor and gun stats. What the heck? The upgrade system is just leveling up your turrets and other gear, but it doesn't have a finite end. The gameplay isn't much better. There are 3 modes: Free-for-all, Conquest, and Team Deathmatch, and there are also only 4 maps. These maps are poorly skinned, and the tanks have no gun elevation or depression. Also, enemy guns firing sound kinda like farts. The tank model sizes are also off, and the controls are tiny, and they have much too high sensitivity. There are also no destructible objects. Another thing is a glitch where your tank moves slow in sniper mode, even if you're going full speed before that. In the number 5 position, we have Iron Force. This game isn't much of a step up from War Machines, and it even has some worse features such as bad models and ridiculous names for the tanks. It also has the same poor upgrade system and random tanks. Your tank has terrible physics along with no destructible objects being in the game. These tank models are also so static with their tracks not moving, and the destroyed models are different than the actual tanks. And you're not able to turn your turret unless you're stopped due to poor controls. In the end, this game may actually be worse than War Machines. Now, on to number 3. In the number 4 position, we have Armada, Modern Tanks. This game is a pretty big step over its predecessors, given that it has a better model chassis for the tanks, with more physics than World of Tanks Blitz has for those. This game also has a more appropriate upgrade system and also correct names for the tanks, besides the Black Panther being called the Leopard 2 for some reason. In battle, this game also performs considerably better than the former games, as it has sort of physics and destructible objects. This game still has its fair share of faults, such as a lot of glitching, but it is overall better than the previous games. At the number 3 position, we have Infinite Tanks. This game, which was hyped up to be as popular, and maybe even the new World of Tanks Blitz, fell flat on its face and is now a barely played tank game. But why? It features good physics, including something that World of Tanks Blitz doesn't have, tank flipping, and tons of tanks to choose from, different weapon systems, and even artillery. I think despite all of this, the game fell flat because of its cartoonish style and how it was presented, and how boring the campaign was. There isn't any main goal, it's just destroying tanks with no story. Also, this game fell fate to atypical games just forgetting about their apps that could have been great, but they just failed to update them, and now people lose interest in them over time. Which brings me on to number 2, Battle Supremacy. This game had all it needed to be an amazing tank game: realism, a good campaign, amazing looking maps, and many modes, and a great selection of tanks as well as armored cars, planes, and ships. I think the reason that this game is less popular than it should be is because of the lack of updates to it, and I think if Atypical put more time into it, this could be one of the best tank games out there. The number 1 contender to World of Tanks Blitz, in my opinion, is Armored Aces. This game is not pay to win whatsoever, as you can earn any premium or experimental tanks, as they are called in-game, with in-game money and for not that much of a grind. And it has tanks from the World War II era as well as modern tanks. It also has a working physics engine, along with each wheel working, which is more than World of Tanks can boast. I think the reason why this game is not as popular as World of Tanks is because it's made by a smaller company, and it's also turned away from because of some glitches and slightly lackluster looking maps. For these reasons, it doesn't get as much attention as big wargaming titles. Also, the teams in this game are just like your average World of Tanks team, so no surprise there. That's all for this list. Thanks for watching, and remember to tell me in the comments if I missed any good choices. Bye!